Hello, welcome back. I have been absent for quite some time. I do apologise, but life. And I have been busy making more journals and just experimenting and things like that. So it hasn't been an absence without any content. I just really haven't felt the time was right to do any uploads, videos, anything like that. So my apologies. Welcome back to those of you that stuck with it, the absence, and thank you so much for that. But so what I was going to show you today is a journal that I made recently as a replica of one that I'd made before, but the one of similar colour tones and things like that. I really wanted to keep that for myself, but I have made another one which I'm prepared to put up for sale in the local gallery where I have my books. So here we are. This is Teal 2. It's as I say, it's a replica of one that I'd made a couple of years ago. So here we go. Just a quick flip through and a little bit of a chat about the things that are on it. So first of all, I'm looking at this dangle, and I noticed there are some found objects on here. There are some beads from necklaces that I found in secondhand shops. There are some bits of brass and chain and things like that, and I think it really adds to the overall feel of the journal, having these teal elements on it. Anyway, so let's get on. The cover is the faux leather, which starts off as pretty much as an Amazon packaging, which I work on and make it look a bit like a faux leather. So here we go. Let's dive in. Just have a quick look at things. I make when I get the sort of inclination to do something, I make clusters, and with the teal colour scheme in mind, I'd been making some tealy clusters, which just go on to the various pages as and when. Lots of little places for journaling on some coffee dyed, tea dyed papers, that sort of thing. Let's put him back in the right way up, shall we? Just bear with me. I think my camera, nope, my camera is still on. There's digital downloads that I've used on here, and I will link who the reference, the provider of those digital downloads. I just thought these were so lovely and already, you know, didn't need any more embellishment on there. So there's another one of my clusters. A bit of sewing of lace on the edge. There's a bookmark ready to slide over. Thus, and during that break, I came across the punch to make these tabs. So this is, you know, this is an homage to the is it a whale tail punch? I don't know. That's another one of those lovely digital downloads. Clusters. Tea dyed papers, all sorts of things going on in here. But yeah, the time away, I mean it's never unproductive, it's just that I didn't have anything that I really could show you. Things I like shorter videos really of demonstrations. I didn't really have any short things, quick things to show you, so I do apologise for my absence. It's a great way to use up some of those, you know, some scraps, some bits and pieces, the odd sticky label, ticket. There's stamping, there's tea-dyed, vintage tea-dyed ledger papers. Modern craft paper, which is sort of one of my staples really, because it's always really handy for adding an extra texture, tone. When I say tone, I mean the crispiness of it. I love the crispiness of the craft paper. Another cluster, which I've used as a tuck spot there for a tag. Some scrapbook paper, I presume that is. So this has got however many signatures in it. Is it 4 or 5 even? And they're all contained within this slightly thicker craft card chapter, if you like, signature cover, if you like. So lots of bits and pieces. As I say, this tab punch is featured rather a lot in this one. Little notebooks. I think overall, for me, the idea is that the colour is reasonably consistent, so the brown and the teal, but the style is there's a bit of there's a bit of digital, there's a bit of hand printed, there's all sorts of things going on in here. So tassels, more scrap snippets. I like the keeping the original elements to the page, if there's a rip or a sellotape or whatever. There. Little beads from reclaimed necklaces. Again, more digital prints, but tuck spot. Better speed up a bit, I suppose. Where a page is a little bit flimsy, I do, when it could lead to a bit of wear and tear. I've edged it with something to reinforce that edge a bit. Love doing this with a big bold die cut. You could use a doily. I've used doilies before, but it's nice to have that, just that sort of light, delicate element in there. Tags with dangles, pockets. This is a neat little journaling spot there. Okay. Another one of those little matchbook type notepads. Bit of lace. Lace on the edge always. It kind of reinforces the edge, but because I like it to hang over the edge as well, it makes it look interesting. Tuck spots. Oh, look, a tab with no further embellishment. I might leave that, but then I might go back and add something to it. Tea dyed manuscript paper. Some tags made from. Sometimes I have a piece of card on the desk, and I use it as my sort of my messy spot, and it just turns out that this is where I'd been leaving my jelly print stencils and things like that, so I added a few more bits of colour and never waste anything. This isn't a real postcard. I've got some stamps that do the postcard features. Put a stamp on there. Again, one of those craft card dividers with a signature. I'd experimented a bit with some die cuts, and this one it's got the vellum on the back, so that when you put your whatever it is inside the pocket, it's not catching on the bits and pieces of the die cut. My scrap box is overflowing, so I know that I'm going to be doing some more snippets, scrappy clusters at some point. I will, as I say, reference where some of these digitals have come from, if I can remember. If not, if you know who they are, let me know, and I'll add it to the links. That's another one of those pockets, craft card, lace. Always blinging up a bit of paper with a bit of stenciling or extra stamping, just to take it away from what it was, which wasn't a terrible piece of paper, but I think it adds the sort of unique quirkiness to it. I had this lace from somewhere. I think it would have been on a market stall on my travels, and it really does help. It's got lots of holes in it so that you can easily attach things to it. It's tea-dyed paper with a bit of stenciling. Oops, what's that there? There we go. Little tabs, little clusters. This was tea-dyed paper that I used with lace, so I've been wanting to put it in as pages on journals for a while, so it's nice to be able to finally use that. This was probably a piece of scrapbook paper. I think this is the last signature, so thank you for bearing with me so far. So again, this is another one of those, or another two of those tags made up from bits and pieces where I've been resting painty bits and pieces while I've been doing jelly printing. It's another one of those pockets with a vellum inside, and this is a book with just simply stitched through on the spine with some extra paper. Okay. Nothing hugely innovative, I don't think, but bringing it all together and just practicing all those things, you know, those things that you just want somewhere to practice, and it's an opportunity when you're making a journal like this is just to do the odd thing. Try the stitches on the sewing machine. This is obviously a fancy zigzag type stitch with a piece of very thin ribbon trapped underneath it. Some basic tag elements, another bit of a clustery thing. I thought maybe that would be firm enough as a pocket, but as a tuck spot, but it isn't. Things keep falling out of there. Stamps. There we go. We're nearly there. So if there's anything in here that you'd like to know a little bit more about, or you want to ask me how did I do that, what did I use, please do make a comment. I always answer my comments, always reply to the comments. There's a case in point of there was a bit of sellotape on here, and I thought, well, I like it, I'll leave it, and it's added a bit of you know, an interest. So there you go. That was a ruffle. I must admit, I'm not sure about ruffles. I'm not sure, but I will keep persisting with them. And lastly, a couple more of those bits of either messed up jelly print or not too happy jelly print papers that I've used to as a back of a tag. So there we are. Back, same thing. Spine. Nice piece of I don't know, upholstery fabric. It has got an element of tealy colours in it. And there's the dangle. Just picking out the teal coloured. I'm calling it teal. I mean, it's turquoise, isn't it? Really, turquoise elements to it. These are the stitching, where I tie off the signatures into the journal. I sometimes use a bead on the end. I like the dangly bits. I like all the extra elements that you can get going on. So from the top, it is going to become a bit of a wide thing if you start adding your own bits to it. But there are plenty of places in there that have already got tuck spots and with tags in and that. So there we are. So as you see, I have not been busy. I have been making things, but more for me therapeutically to just sit here and make rather than doing a tutorial and that sort of thing. So well, I hope you like that. As I say, if there's anything that you want to comment about it, want to ask about it, do leave a comment below, and I will answer the comment. And if there's something that you want to know how it was made, how I did it, I can show you, hopefully show you how some of these bits and pieces were made. Thank you very much for coming back. Thank you much for your patience, and I will be back soon this time. Okay, if you like the video, please like it. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't, that would be lovely. If you want to know when the next one comes up, hit the notification bell, and it will tell you when a new video is uploaded. So thank you very, 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 very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.